can't believe it. Pulled it out. What a call. What a play. What a game.
You gonna watch my live, baby? Oh, I can get Trayvon Diggs.
It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game.
November 16th to
Put me in the
17th.
game.
Eastern.
Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game.
Back now on EA Sports at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Currently, it's the Buccaneers in possession of the ball as we get back into the action in quarter number 2. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
From the 39, Brady. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's a busy Week 17 of the regular season, so let's get right to it. We get started in 2023 down in Georgia. Arizona paying the New Year's Day visit to Atlanta. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. Next, let's get over to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Jameis Winston.
Oh, Eagles doing
Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And they've had their way running the football well over 100 yards already as a team with 2 more quarters to come. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half, and for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And oh, it's wide right. No good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. Well, we're probably not the first, but all of us at EA Sports certainly want to wish you and yours a happy and prosperous new year. And as a celebration of that, a big slate of NFL games on this Sunday, Week 17. Second to last weekend of the NFL docket. Later tonight, the battle for Los Angeles, Rams and Chargers, 5:15 Pacific at SoFi. And then on Monday night, Charles and I are on to Cincinnati. Bills and Bengals, two cold weather teams in what will be a frigid Paul Brown Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Brady going to throw. Over the middle here to Rudolph. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping. Bounds there. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because...
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Brady now on 1st down. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And out of bounds right around the 20. Again, it's Brady. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Brady. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. And he'll just get rid of it.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
Succop's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kick the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On third down, here's Corral. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
It's not the first time we've seen him get rolled up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll make it second down. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Bucs take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. And now it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. So, Charles, you know, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25% a few weeks ago. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now, after the sack, you got Corral and the Panthers here staring at a tough play, 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future? And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Dante Jackson picks it, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, It grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Inside handoff now to Fournette. He takes this for 3 to the 29. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down is Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, it's Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Corral with it on first down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Marshall. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
A first down throw here for Corral. That pass complete to Moore. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Yo, what's up, my man?
Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down in defense.
And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Corral. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Now after the sack, you got Corral and the Panthers here staring at a tough play, 3rd and long.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady.
This one taken in by Otten.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Again, they'll throw with Brady. There's Evans again, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season. That is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
From just shy of midfield, Brady. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
No, I never play well with Tigers.
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Taken from about the 12. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And Tampa Bay trots out there.
What the fuck? I think I need to buy more vapes. Oh, my thing has to update, sorry.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now Brady. A quick pass here to Godwin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Throwing now is Brady. To Evans on the slant. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Brady to throw again. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Looking for now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. There he goes, right side. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Well, there you go, from red zone to red zone on that fumble return.
It's amazing how fast things can turn around, isn't it? I mean, it looks like one team's driving, got everything taken care of. All of a sudden, the ball's on the ground or popped in the air, and whoosh, there you go in the other direction. Good job by the defense. You see how they practice that, too. You can tell, coordinated. As soon as they got the ball, everyone turned to block someone and try and help him along the way.
And now set up here in terrific field position.
What's the deal, y'all? Let's do this, man. It's one play at a time, baby.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Matt Corral scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Panthers get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Meanwhile, Brady's throw on target to Godwin here.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Up the gun, Fournette. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. This offense so far on third down, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. Here it's 3rd and 2. That throw by Brady incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. First and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets him set at their own 20-yard line. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Eluding the pressure right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Here we go with McCaffrey. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Fournette, a first down carry. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
On second and goal, Brady. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game. That time, unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Now Brady again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been out for it all game long. My mommy's telling me all the time before I run out. Dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we were watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game well decided a long time ago.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he gets this up past the 30.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
148 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now.
The safety position continues to evolve into a bigger role in run defense than in the past. They certainly love to have him.
Wait, he stripped the fucking ball from me? What the fuck?
And get aggressive in bringing ball carriers down behind the line of scrimmage. Not many bigger stops than that one right there.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. To the sideline, wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. To throw again on second down. Brady right back to Chris Godwin. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
The Bucs on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Brady now on first down. And Rudolph has it left side. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Here's Brady. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 27. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. From the gun, it's Brady. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. Open man has got it. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Brady now to throw. His pass caught at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. Fournette is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Fournette again. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And the Buccaneers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Oh, this is blocked. This is going the other way. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
So even when they get a touchdown in this game, which hasn't really been a stellar contest for them, they can't even cap it off and kick the extra point.
Yeah, just not a whole lot going right for them in this game.
I know that when they get into film, this is going to be Exhibit A about how this game went for this team. Oh, we finally score. Can't even kick the extra point.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go?
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
The tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
So out come the Bucs now.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers.
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers.
He's got room at the 30.
And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. McCaffrey is in. Touchdown, Carolina. But just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. To throw, it's Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Throwing on first down is Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Brady going to throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Brady. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Now Brady. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Now Brady. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. A good pickup there, a 22.
Corral sets up play action.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Corral's throw complete there to Thomas.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. Corral sets up play action. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joe Tryon picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Thomas brings it in. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Corral. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because it gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the point.
I need one more. I'm not going to.
You never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
That throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Brady now on 1st down. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's got room down the right sideline. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point up and good by Succop as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Touchdown to kick it away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
He's going to look deep for more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you express Because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things, but ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Corral throwing forward on fourth. And this is caught. He hits more. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolute dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Panthers, they're a win away now from running the table here in the regular season. They move to 16-0 on the year.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can nest double E, 'cause I need your eyes on me. 'Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been moving like a hoolie, keep it coolie, before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it 'cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no, I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like I'm fasting, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, 'cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a ward, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on force, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 4th down, 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried 'cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we can to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect. We don't care who the best, we don't worry who is next. We gon' put the boys to rest like a 10 feet of bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath, I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga, put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up, wake these boys up, call me soldier, soldier. Flow feeling colder, some call it polar. You don't wanna box me, I'm feeling cocky. Hair stocky, leave him floppy, face Nazi. Talking all Aki, think he big poppy, then I'll chop him down like karate. I see none of you here can stop me. It's obvious, you too sloppy, cheap copy. I'm rocky, leave his eyes all glossy, but in the end zone is where you can spot when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
Yeah. Oh, he's a bastard.
Sound like some superhero. Black superheroes. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every
military mind state and I keep in a degree. You can label me a Huey P. Made a martyr out of Martin, out of Malcolm, out of Mega. I refuse to let these dirty devils make Michael a beggar. A hero CEO, I will go Magneto for my people. Give me liberty or death, that is my credo, not my ego. Dressed in a tuxedo, into party alter ego. Killed your leader in gazebo, did it for the people. Love what motivated, I did not do it for hatred. But I truly hate the devil, I cannot debate or fake it. I was asked a question and the asker thought it hard. If I was facing death and I could ask one thing of God, I would ask for every to be free here and abroad. And to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God. And to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God.
Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Our own kind took nip from us. Money still reading God we trust. Truthfully we envy, so why we so envious? And why our own kind envy us? Pac said it's hard, but we gotta keep our head up. Going even though we know we fed up. It's hell attention, cause we ain't careful where we all pay attention. I need all my real soldiers on the front line, fighting for the right just one time. So unstoppable together at the same time, with the same mind. Yeah, we're gonna be high and always above what's beneath us. So every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
I'm talking bulletproof, kind of suit, reflect the struggle that they put us through. With the strength to fight the power like Chuck D do. With the insight to be equal. Note the sky needed a voice that finds reason to multiply. People in the streets for the cause. Marching on Washington miners will be walking through walls. Type of superhero show up when ain't no one to call. That'll shield you from them shields that been killing us all. High beams for eyes to peek the villains in the dark. Power of resolution for a war would even start. The knowledge to build and grow where they live and take care of the kids and the older folk. The queen cause they need it most. Politics with the kings. About economic growth. Cure PTSD. Cause mental health ain't a joke. Feed the hungry and dope. Everyone would know. Everywhere we go.
Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. It's gonna take one of us to save us. It's gonna take love and a lot of trust me. Just to get love and to know that. Because you got mine, I got your back, I know. It's gonna take one of us to save us. It's gonna take love and a lot of trust me. Just to get love and to know that. Because you got mine, I got your back, I know. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
I'm really out for blood this time, look. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Heard they was sleeping again, say it no more. This is a rude awakening, kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. I see the option, I'm up in the score. I catch a and jump in the Porsche. Follow the core and then back to the morgue. Take the sheet off and I some more. When I am done at the scene, I won't leave anything. You won't even know who was involved. Don't let me do it, cause I overdo it and do it till I cannot do it no more. All of the doubters, I'm proving them wrong. Back with the classic, I know it's been long. Heard it was missing me while I was gone. I smell the victory, back up on time, and it's where I belong. Like it ain't to me, we making history. Fall through the misery, weather the storm. Can't let them get to me, no weapon form shall prosper. R&B all over my roster, I got options. I keep it right on the dresser, next to the Oscar. Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Woo! Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Running my closet, go need a doctor, go need a doctor, go need a what? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. So now they on my body. Made it to the top. Ain't no way that they can stop me now. They gon' say I joined the Illuminati. I got demons all around me. Tell me what they know about me, huh? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend.